Imagine you're visiting a new store. As you pull into the parking lot, you suddenly see that the front of the building looks awful. It has a really shoddy paint job, some of the windows are broken, and you can't even see any people around. That's not great. You're probably not going to go inside, right? Well, it's kind of the same way when someone visits your website. Your homepage is all about setting a good first impression, and if you don't do that, users probably won't stick around to check out the rest of your site, no matter how good it is. So, how do you fix this? What goes into a homepage design? I'm glad you asked, or I'm glad you're here if you didn't ask. In this video, we're going to go over a few of the most important homepage design elements, so keep watching to learn more. And to see more helpful web design and marketing content just like this, be sure to subscribe to our channel. All right, let's get into it, starting at the very top of your homepage. There are a few elements you'll definitely want to include here. First of all, make sure you prominently feature your brand name and logo. People need to know what the website is and what your brand is. Many websites will show their logo in the top left corner, and they'll also use their name there. Now, beside or below that, you should have a navigation bar. That's where you lay out the different areas of your website so that users can easily find what they're looking for. As an example, you might have an About Us tab, a Products or Services tab, a Blog tab, and whatever else may work for your business. It's also a good idea to include a search feature in your navigation bar. That way, if someone is looking for something really specific on your site that they don't see in one of your main tabs, they can just type it into the search bar and quickly find the information they need. Moving down the page, you're going to want some kind of headline. The purpose of this headline is to immediately tell users in a few words what your business can offer them. What you don't want to do is make that headline super vague, which is a pretty common mistake. So if you're a financial consultant, you shouldn't write a headline like high quality solutions for businesses in need. Instead, you should write a headline like financial consulting services for more cost-effective budgeting, or something along those lines. That tells people exactly what type of services you offer and what the benefit is, so they know you upon immediately arriving on your website. Underneath the headline, you can include a short paragraph elaborating on what you do, but just don't make it too long or people won't bother reading it. Make it easy to skim. A supporting visual beside the headline is always a great addition to the homepage. Bonus points if the visual directs someone's eye to an important page element, like a button or more text. That visual could be a photo, a graphic, a video. In fact, video content is great because it's how a lot of people prefer to consume information. Case in point. I don't recommend having the video autoplay though. That can be annoying. Just let people click on it if they actually want to watch it. One other thing you want on the page is a call to action, or CTA. Someone who wants to become a lead or a customer should be able to take action without needing to scroll. You can put the CTA beneath or beside the headline, on the navigation bar, or you can do it in both places. An example of a CTA might be a button that says, "Get a free quote," if that's something your business does. Now, all the things I've talked about so far are must-have page elements that you should show above the fold. That is, they should be visible on the top chunk of the page, where users can see them without scrolling. Once you've got those in place, there are a few other things you should try to feature on your homepage. You may be able to fit some of these above the fold, but the rest can go lower on the page, below the fold. Just don't make your above the fold area too cluttered. Reserve it for the most important elements of your website. Now, firstly, you should feature some social proof on your page, like customer testimonials. That shows site visitors right away that you make your customers happy. Who doesn't want to be a happy customer? Kind of related to that, you should consider including some data to indicate the success you've driven for your other customers or the problems that you've solved. For example, if your services help businesses save money, you could maybe keep a tally on your homepage of how many dollars you've saved your clients. Now, you should try to include a few photos that show members of your team. Letting users see the faces of the people behind your company will help humanize your business. It'll make it more relatable. In fact, one study showed that websites that show human faces are received more positively than those that don't. So let the world meet your team. And finally, it's important to think about the look of your homepage as a whole. Make sure you follow good design practices and consider things like alignment and white space, which is the empty space that's not taken up by words or images. No, it doesn't have to be the color white. Now, don't make your website too cluttered. Keep things simple and focused so users don't feel overwhelmed. And place design elements strategically on your homepage to guide people from one important element to the next. Ultimately, the goal of a good homepage should be to create a good first impression and answer the biggest questions people will have when they first encounter your company. Beyond what I've talked about in this video, the right approach to your homepage will depend on your brand and your audience, so results may vary. But this should give you a good starting point. If you want to learn more about building an awesome website and making sure it works for your audience, hit that nice subscribe button. And thanks so much for watching. See you in the next one.